Guess who's finally an adult according to her local library? Hey everyone, welcome back to Rima Reads. So I just haven't gotten an adult library card since I haven't lived at home since I was 18 and the library is open with restrictions. Finally decided to get a fully grown adult library card. And when I walked in and I was like, hello, yes, I would please like a library card. And the lady looks at me and she's like, you need a parent or guardian present. I'm 25. And then my library has this like teen scene section, which is where all the YA books are, and then also like a hangout spot for them teens that literally say restricted for teenagers over it. And I was just like walking in there and I'm like, they all know I'm not a teen anymore because I literally told the lady I was 25 years old. Walk into the teen scene like, what up? I'm an adult. I had a good time at the library. I got a lot of books that I'm very excited to read, so I thought we'd do a library book haul / TBR. So, the first book that I got from the library is City of Blades by Robert Jackson Bennett. I read the first book, which is The City of Stairs, a few years ago, and it's a really good, solid fantasy novel. The plot was interesting and the characters were really cool. So I finally went around to picking up the second book. I read Foundry Sides, which is by Robert Jackson Bennett as well, like 2 weeks ago, and it was amazing. It was better, I thought, than City of Stairs. And so while I'm waiting for the second book in the Foundry Side series, I figured I would pick up City of Blades because so far he's been a really solid author. Okay, so the next book I got is All Stars Antique by Adeline Grace. This is the book I stole from the youths in the teen scene. Sorry, youths. But it sounds really, really cool. Like the back cover mentions a princess, a pirate, a stowaway, a mermaid. All of my favorite things right there. So that's exciting. The next book I got is Jade City by Fonda Lee. I am so hyped to read this book. I've heard only really, really good things about it. I actually don't know too much what it's about, except there's like Jade is very powerful in this world and there's a war over Jade. Like, that's pretty much all I know going into this book. But like I said, I've only heard good things about it. So I'm hyped. Hopefully it will live up. The next book is The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. I really like N.K. Jemisin. I've read a few of her books and they've all been fairly solid. And again, this book I've only heard great things about. It takes place in New York City, but like a magic New York City, and the city is like alive is my understanding of the premise of this book. Yeah. Every great city has a soul. Some are ancient as myths. Others are as new and as destructive as children. New York City, she's got sex. So that's fun. I'm excited. The last book I got from the library is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. This is another book that I've only heard great things about. I'm so excited, you guys. This is a great book haul from the library. I've been meaning to read The Poppy War forever. I'm excited about this book. Apparently it's really good for representation. I believe the main character is a dark-skinned peasant girl from the South. So I think she's a dark-skinned Asian, which is very exciting in terms of representation. I've also heard it's just like an amazing fantasy series, and I've heard that the second book is really good too, and of course I need some more fantasy in my life, like always. So that's the next book, The Poppy War. So those are the books that I will be focusing on because they are library books and I do need to return them within you know, a certain period of time. But I do have a couple other books on my TBR that hopefully I will get to. I actually bought this book recently. It's called Braiding Sweetgrass. It's Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, and the Teaching of Plants by Robin Wall Kimmerer. Robin Wall Kimmerer, I believe, is an indigenous scientist who studies like environmental biology, and she wrote this book combining, you know, her expertise of science, the indigenous practices, to talk about planting and gardening and things like that. Apparently, if you're really into cottagecore, this is like a really good book to read. I have been spending a lot of time with plants this summer, and I love my plants, so I'm very excited to read this book. I've already started 2 pages, and it just already seems really beautiful. I'm so excited. Next book on my TBR has been one that I've been slowly reading, and I thought I would get to last month, but didn't. It's The Raven King. I'm about this much of the way in, and now it'll probably be on hold while I read these library books. But The Raven King by Nora Sakovic, and The Kingsmen, which is the 3rd book in the Foxhole Court series. Read the 1st book in July, and my goal was to read these 2 in August, but just didn't get around to it. So hopefully I will finish those 2 up. So far I have 8 books I'm aiming to read. Hopefully I will get through them all, because I literally only read 3 books this month of August, I guess. I don't know how you guys hold up all of these books at once, but I'm so excited. Bye.